to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we're back. It is Saturday evening, and we are once again tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. I am here with Mr. Kevin Tarver.
Hello.
I bet everyone thought we were gone, Mr. Tarver.
They probably did.
They thought we were gone. They thought we gave up.
I was beginning to wonder.
Me too.
Hey, man,
I missed it, but last week I just get family stuff, right?
Right.
Family stuff, work stuff, life. Life happened. And what happened with you? Work?
I was volunteering at a suicide prevention hotline.
There you go.
That sounds noble.
That sounds very noble.
Okay.
I just didn't make it on. I was busy, man. I took my boys camping. It was Memorial Day weekend. I took my boys camping and just kind of relaxed. Had a good time.
You got to make time for that stuff.
It's
man.
the beginning of our summer camping series. That's what it is. My boys, I made a goal this summer to get my boys out from in front of a TV, out from behind a phone, iPad, whatever it is, and we were going to go out at least once a month, take 2 days. We're going to go leave all that stuff behind, or to take my boys, we're going to go camping. And it was raining off and on, and the wind was blowing, but we went out with a group of guys, and we had a great time.
How'd you do it? You tented, or did you?
Yeah, I got the tent on top of my Scout.
That's what I was wondering.
It was freaking cool, man. I drove that thing clear almost to American Falls. At 8 points.
I have no idea.
That's out by where Frost lives.
Okay, that's a long way.
8.3 miles to the gallon.
Nice.
Dude, it was sweet. She ran.
Got to put a sail on top of that thing.
She ran awesome. I have my son kick the floor out through the rusty holes, and we could help me Flintstone that thing to our destination.
Put a solar panel on it. So at least it'll make you feel better.
No, it was the wind starts blowing. I get a headwind and I start to cry.
Oh,
but no, it was good. But it was time for family, and I'm glad that everyone. It looks like we got at least 3 or 4 people that it was 4. It's 3 now. Tuned in.
and they already driving them.
I tuned in to listen because the last show that we did, it was just me kind of screaming at the microphone about gun control and about arming teachers in schools and all kinds of stuff, man. I'm surprised they came back.
You got a call from law enforcement after that, didn't you?
I may have.
Okay.
No, so I guess the key is to see once I put this up tomorrow, once I post this up tomorrow, upload this to see how many people actually, because we were getting into the hundreds of downloads. And now, I don't know. We'll see. You miss a week, people move on. They find bigger and better things.
Okay, there ain't no bigger and better.
I know. Not around here anyway. We're it. We are the shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need a shirt that says that.
Oh, that's a good podcast idea. I like that. So I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "You are the shit."
I am shit. It'll sell like hotcakes, I tell you.
There you go.
You know what's ironic?
It probably will. I put such time and effort into coming up with these Patriot Defense shirts.
Yeah.
I probably should have just went simple.
Yeah. Put a poo emoji on it. I am shit.
Called it good. Probably would have made $1 million.
Yeah. Just say I'm shit. Get it over with. I'm not going to meet your expectations. Let's just kill this now.
So
okay.
We're back, and I'm hoping the listeners come back.
Yeah, I hope they do.
I had a couple people check in and say, where have you been?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with Spotify? Is iTunes down? What's wrong?
You tell them yes.
I said, yes.
They're censoring us.
They aren't. That's right. I said they're censoring us.
We're cutting edge.
There's nothing to censor.
Free speech.
There you go. So what have you been doing in the 3 weeks you've been off? Because I know this is the only thing you do, and so you had all that free time.
Man, I've been so busy working. I have checked in a couple more times on the CZ. I'm not a patient man. I'm not one that waits, so I don't really care anymore.
You gonna buy something? You gonna buy something different?
I'm gonna buy something just to get it over with, just to say I purchased something.
What are you gonna buy? Glennie, the I am poo emoji. That's exactly what we should put on the shirts. By the way, that's fantastic. So anyhow, so what are you going to buy? You don't know what you're going to buy?
I don't know. Got any suggestions?
I don't. What's
Easy.
the Easy? The Easy saved the day again.
Oh yeah.
Today and last night. I love my 380 Easy. Absolutely love that gun. Lady today came in. She had some hand strength issues, and she shot it. And I swear they're going to go over to D&B Supply and see Mark and probably buy one.
They need to. She needs to. From what I heard of the rundown with her hand strength issues, that would be the perfect gun for her.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful gun. In fact, I actually took my we have a range right here. I'm trying to spend more time with my boys, so I took my 13-year-old son out there. Usually by the time he wants to shoot, it's like, you know what? I've been out there all day with people. I hate to say
take out the trash. It's over.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done for the day, buddy. Let's do. And so I never do. And today, Bonnie took my class today. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you could join us. I better be careful. Never mind. No, thanks for coming today. It was a good class. It was beautiful weather, but. Anyhow, I was able to get my boy out, and he shot my 9mm before, but you have to do one at a time because he ends up limp wristing him. Okay, gave him that little 380. That kid was like 50 rounds like that. Great shot. Absolutely loved that gun. Shot the crap out of it. You really need to get one. I'm telling you.
But it's a 380.
I'm telling you, dude. It's a great gun. It's a joy to shoot. It is a joy to shoot. I'm not kidding. That should be your next firearms purchase. Screw the CZ.
Possibly. I like to buy a variety of firearms too because I like for people to go shooting with me, and I like to have options. Like, hey, what do you a lot of people first time shooters and stuff, and a lot of people just want to shoot something. It's like I like to have a wide range of stuff to
right.
Yeah, let's grab the Desert Eagle and grab the EZ.
See which one you like the best.
But yeah, so for that reason, I may just go pick it up.
You want to know what I think is crazy though, and it's kind of weird because 380 ammo costs so much more than 9mm. It's insane. There's less brass. There's less. The lead's pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
Less brass, a little less lead, less powder. I don't understand why it's so much more money. And whenever I go to buy something, I mean, you can find it. It's there. Sometimes you go, it's completely sold out.
Yeah. Well, they're full speed on producing 9mm rounds right now.
Well, the 9mm rounds are there, but the 380's not.
Yeah, I know. They're spending all their time on
I gotcha.
And yeah, 380. It's not a high demand round. 9's the highest right now. 922 won't go away.
Well, 9 is the best.
Well,
380. I tell you, I'm in love with this Easy. It's fantastic. I've actually thought about carrying it once or twice.
No,
it's a great gun, man. It's a great gun.
I don't know. I guess I'm just too old school.
Have you shot it yet?
I don't think I have.
Well, if we have time before you leave, we'll shot. The targets are all set up out there. We'll shoot it. You're going to shoot it. It's a good gun, man. It really is a great gun.
Dude, I remember when they complained about the plastic guns and everything, and it just wrapping my head around a 380 round is kind of scary.
You better start wrapping, dude, because it's here. It is here.
I don't know. It took a lot for me to carry a 9. I was like, a 9mm?
And who talked
you trying to get me killed?
And you won't admit it, but who talked you into that?
I don't know.
Me. We had plenty of conversations. So I've been employed with our day job. We work at the same place for about 5 years, and we had plenty of conversations way up till now about holsters, about guns without external safeties, or manual safeties. About
well, I'm not a safety nut.
About 9mm. I
like a good safety.
We had lots of discussions. This is back before we could talk on our cell phones and not get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
now we're policed pretty heavy.
We are policed very heavy. So,
but yeah, I'm not totally comfortable with the 9. I like that I can throw a mag in with 20 rounds. I'm like,
so do we need to do a ballistics test?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna mix up some gelatin.
When was the last?
I'm gonna get a dead hog. We're gonna hang it.
Well, we gotta shoot a live one. I mean, pretty much, there's people who's dropped bears with 9mm.
.380 is not that much smaller.
I know. Especially if you get plus
so
P.
let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind here.
Okay.
So I've carried a 9.
Right.
I thought about carrying a .380, and I've. Let me look here. How would someone get still doing? We will talk about that, Glenn. That is on the list. Thank you. I've also carried the step in between.
Wait a minute. You carried.
I've carried a 9. I've talked about carrying a .380, but I've also carried the 9x18 Makarov. So I've carried a 9x19. I've talked about carrying a 9x17, and I've carried a 9x18.
When did you carry that?
My FEG PA-63.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That was my first carry gun.
Oh, that's all you had.
That's all.
It was in the bargain bin.
It wasn't. It came with the big leather flappy holster.
That's nice. I like
straight
that.
from freaking Hungary. It was awesome.
I had a Luger for a little while. I wanted to get one of those leather holsters for it and carry that in it, but I got rid of it.
Well, I've got to, if everything goes south and I run out of ammo, I've got a cap and ball in there.
I got one of those.
Freaking load that sucker up. So, anyhow, we'll convince you. We're gonna find a new gun for you to buy. So what's happened? The gun store's not getting your CZ in. You didn't ask them to order it. You're just waiting for it to show up.
I'm waiting for it to show up.
Why won't you ask them to order it?
Because then last thing I asked them to order, as soon as I put it in my hand, I hated it, and they told me, said, "Well, you ordered it, it's yours." I'm like, and what I should have done is said, "No, I hadn't paid for it. It's not. See ya." But being the gentleman that I am, I paid for the thing, and I took it, and I didn't go back to the store for like a year and a half.
What gun was that?
It was a Smith & Wesson M&P full size.
The full size.
The
40?
No, 9mm.
9mm.
With
the 2.0 is so much better.
Yeah, it came out right afterwards. Nobody told me, said, "Why don't you wait 2 weeks and get the 2.0?"
Oh, it's so much nicer.
And I was unaware of that. Usually I'm up to speed on these things. And I do love the shield safety, so I thought it would have a shield safety. And it had a big boat paddle hanging off the side of it that every time you grab the gun, you throw it on safety. And I'm like, give me a pair of pliers and let me rip that thing off.
External safeties, manual safeties, and I would say external. Manual safeties are bad.
Not all of them.
They're all bad.
Not all of them.
They're bad. So guess what was in class today, by the way?
What was that?
A Kimber.
Oh, wow.
A little tiny 9mm Kimber. And guess what?
What's that?
Oh, it kept jamming like every other freaking round. I think there was a lot of limp wristing going on, but
I'm just not going to pay. I started to get a Kimber, and it's like, from what I was seeing, you get a Springfield Armory.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, you get a much better gun at a lot lower price. So I just can't make myself do it. Well, of course, I said I'd never buy a Performance Center Smith & Wesson because you just.
And now you got the.
I got one.
What's it called now? The 22.
Something with a V. Victory.
The Victory. Is
that it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
So
I don't know.
But yeah, it's a 20.
It's a nice little shooter.
It's a 22 though. Come on, man.
Yeah. I did it because it was there, and I impulse buy a lot, and I'm like, ooh. Well, you felt the grip, and that's why I got it.
Oh, it's awesome.
But it was $200 just for the grip, and for it to say Performance Center.
So how much money and performance gear is on that thing?
Not too much. The only difference they had, I think they had upgraded sights. I don't recall. I think you might have been able to get those on the base model, but you had that big old.
But you got the grip.
You had a extended mag release.
You could have bought that gun bone stock.
Yeah.
You could have brought it to me. I'd have wrapped a piece of inner tube, some electrical tape around that handle, and I would have only charged you $45.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been as pretty.
Oh, did we polish it up at Armor All? We could shine that. We could shine that right up for you.
Well, they had an extended mag release and what else was it? Oh, an adjustable trigger. I'm like, dude, your base trigger is great. What would I adjust to it? It's 22.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Hey, some people are serious about it. There's 22. There's rimfire leagues over here.
There's some 22s that cost you a fortune.
Yeah, there's some people that will spend money on them too.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen a guy. He had one that put his hand in it and it went halfway up his forearm, and a single shot. And I'm like,
freaking bench rest shooters.
yeah.
All
I'm like, dude.
And those guys are serious, man.
He's
They're
chunking out
They
thousands
get as
on
serious
that
about those as those long range shooters get about their stuff.
Yeah,
They're serious.
I'm not that good a shooter. I don't need that much gun.
Well, I haven't.
I gotta have an excuse, man.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about buying?
Yeah.
I'm
What?
sorry, we're just rambling here.
Oh, we could a little ramble. We actually got material today. So ramble, we owe the listeners a freaking podcast, right? A good one, because we've been delinquent.
I ain't saying it's gonna be good.
Yeah, well, it's always good. If we're talking, if it's you and me, dude, it's freaking always good.
Okay.
It's even better with Mark.
Yeah, where's Mark?
Mark is family time, so I can't dog the guy for family time.
I can't crack on him, man. I've missed 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Usually I take a shot, but
summer is hard.
But yeah, what I was thinking about doing is getting a couple of Tauruses and just beating them to hell, just having fun with them.
Oh, we could do like a
Torture
a
test. Just
torture test.
beat them up.
Let's do it. They're cheap.
They're cheap.
You can get like a Taurus Spectrum right now for $190.
What?
It's called the
Oh,
Taurus.
that's the 22?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a 380.
I need Mark here for all the names, man.
Mark's pretty good at all the names.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. I don't really have a gun that I actually want to buy right now. If it ever comes out, I'm still in it for the PD-10. If it ever shows up, I will buy one. Still, I quit talking about it, but if it ever shows up, I will buy one.
The problem is they're taking so long. You don't know what else everybody else is. And they're very public with what they're doing.
Oh, very public.
So anybody who's got any sense in any other firearms company, probably not SIG because their guys are kind of asses. They probably won't. But anybody else will say, hey, that's a good idea. Let's do it. And they'll have it out long before he will.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll still buy it. I have to at this point. I've touted it up to if I don't buy it.
You don't have to. It's kind of like that order. You ordered it. You bought and paid for it.
I ordered it.
You done talked about it too much.
I've ordered it. I got to buy it now.
Well.
So I've had, I'm trying to
think.
think.
Sucks, though. If you don't like it. If it don't turn into your everyday carry, it'll be a failure.
Yeah, we'll see.
At this point.
We'll see. I'm willing to try. I got some guns in there that aren't my everyday carry. But at this point, that's what I've talked that one up to, because that's the way that one's being built, is to be an everyday carry gun.
Well, that's the only reason for it. I mean, you get less rounds and everything. It's like, kind of a little too big.
Actually, I'd buy a tax write-off. I have that excuse.
Wow. I wish I had that excuse.
Yeah, you'd think I'd have a lot more. I actually need to make a big ammo purchase pretty soon. I'm not running dangerously low, but I'm seeing big dents taken out of it.
You can see the sheetrock on the walls.
So
that ain't good, man.
So
buy some more boxes.
So get this. So we went camping last week. Okay, so when you go camping, you go off roading, and you're going to be out in the woods. You're going to be out in the desert. What do? You bring a freaking firearm, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, everyone had guns there. Everyone. It was cool, man. I had
might run into some Charles Manson.
I had like 4
weirdos out there,
and everyone.
man.
I was like talking to everyone. Oh yeah, I brought my gun and a box of ammo, and I brought my gun and a box of ammo, and I brought 4 guns and an ammo can full of 1,000 rounds. They were kind of wanting to know what I was going to do. I noticed they all made their tents. They placed them a little further out than me.
That's good.
A little like away from me. Maybe they were a little nervous. I'm not sure. And the guy that goes camping, and I don't bring crap for food. My food sucked, according to my boys. We had sleeping bags, but not a blanket in case it got really freaking cold out there. I forgot a bunch of stuff, but I had 4 guns and 1,000 rounds. And damn it, if I needed it, I was going to take it at that point.
Have you ever seen those meals that you pour the water on, the MRE type things, and they
Mountain
heat up?
House, yeah.
What you do is you buy those and then don't set a fire, and then just break out this tent at night with your night vision on, and then everybody will be gone the next day. Like, this guy's crazy.
This guy's nuts. They'll see me perched up in the top of my tent that's on top of my Scout, looking out there at the night vision. They see a little red dot going.
Yeah, you'll have the whole place to yourself the next day.
There you go. That's
nice and quiet. Even the bears will leave, man. Everything's gone.
That's an idea, right?
That's what I need to do. I want to get some new night vision.
You need to get night vision, and we need to come out here to
I
the
got
range.
some night vision, but I need some new night vision.
Okay, there you go. I've never shot for night vision. Can I help? I
already got it narrowed down.
Are you selling the other stuff for like half price or something?
Huh?
You selling the other night vision for half price?
No, it's
I'm on it.
No. This new stuff. Yeah, I'll let you.
I want to be the guy that's out driving through the desert with my lights off.
No, that's the new night vision.
Oh, that's the new stuff.
Yeah, the white phosphorus, the white phosphorus tube, the auto gated. Just drop that joker down, turn your lights off. Look like that. Have you seen that? I'm sorry, we rambling all over the place. Have you seen that full color night vision?
I have not. I'm not a night vision guy, dude. I've never had any reason to look up night vision.
I want it, but full color night vision. It is. I don't remember the name of it. If I had my phone here, I would look it up real fast. It is amazing.
How much money is that?
That's probably pretty scary.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a lot better than I thought it was. And
thousands?
Oh, everything's thousands.
Yeah.
Even the white phosphorus autogate is $3,500. That's a monocular too.
That's only one side. 7,000 for both eyes.
Oh no, if you get the full 4 lens for both eyes, yeah, you getting up there. I don't remember what it was. I think it was 15,000. Pricey.
Yeah, I ain't buying that.
Yeah.
So on a different note, since we're kind of going off, I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the a new movie's coming out in September?
Okay, what's that?
Rambo: Last Blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, looks good. You're a movie guy, right?
Yeah.
This one looks good, man.
Yeah. We're gonna see if it's the last one. I think he's taking on the drug cartels in this one.
Yeah, I like old Stallone.
Well, what's good about him is, First Blood was awesome, and then he got Hollywooded up.
I know.
Part 3 was, pretty painful.
Right.
And he's getting old, and he's reclaiming all his stuff. And, same thing happened to Rocky, and he reclaimed it. He brought it back to
right
what it was supposed to be, and then he kind of passed the baton. I'm like, nobody wants to see Rocky that's not Rocky.
The last movie that I saw that I really liked him in was what was the name of that? He had all those guys.
The Expendables.
Expendables. Loved the Expendables. Just if you wanted to go to a gory movie where they just killed people and stabbed people, just a fantastic movie.
Just a fun time.
My wife hated it. My wife absolutely hated that movie.
Yeah, it's just a mindless, fun time kind of movie. It was
So Galena wants to know, so who is playing Rambo? Well, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone, man.
He's coming back. He's kind of wrapping up. He kind of had a Wolverine final chapter vibe to it.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the trailer to that.
I saw it.
Oh, looks good, don't it?
Yeah.
What's really crazy is it's got that Old Town Road song in the trailer.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't the movie review channel, but that's great, man.
I'm sorry. I got problems with that song.
I think it's funny. I don't know that I like it, but I laugh every time I hear it. It's funny.
Well, there was this whole debate. We're just talking, man. We're going to be sharing recipes next.
We'll get back into the guns here in a minute. But go on.
There was this whole debate about it being a country song or not, and I'm like, what? The only thing country, and I'm not a country music fan. The only thing country about it is he said he's got a horse.
Yeah, right.
And then it sounded like he was mocking a guy, the horse. It's going to anger me to even say it. I can't even do it.
My son could come out and sing you that stupid song like word for word.
Yeah, they got 10 words.
I got the horse gear in the back.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, from the South, I'd think you were mocking me the way you said that. And, yeah. But
anyhow, okay.
It's in the trailer.
We'll review that movie in September.
It is a catchy song, though.
Oh, no, it's stuck in your head already, isn't it?
Yeah. It's irritating the hell out of
your head.
That's why I started to say it, and I'm like, I can't say it.
I got the horses.
Oh, it'll be with me. Stop it. I'll be trying to sleep tonight, tossing and turning in the bed.
Freaking out on us.
Damn horses.
So I had a class today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that. It was a good class. We had like 20 people in it.
I see you changing your line out there.
So so I've piled up dirt on the north-facing side. Now, what I got to do is I
get more dirt.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I know we talked about something earlier. I don't need more dirt. What I need to do is I got a guy that was going to come in and come in and grade that, kind of rip it all up and grade it all nice and level for me, the ground. So but he couldn't do it because we had all this freaking rain.
Yeah, good.
So as soon as he does that, I'm going to put another line of railroad ties running this way, which will then bring my targets down lower because they'll be sitting on the ground instead of halfway up. So that's my plan anyway. I just got to get it done. It's just, I got to wait for all the pieces to fall, man.
Man, it has been raining every single day.
Well, and I was out of town for like 3 days at my race, and then I went camping for 2 days and trying to make, you know how it is, trying to make up all that work. Because what people don't understand is when you and me take time off for what we do, we have to do all that work still.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It don't.
We take Memorial Day off, yay, we get a day off. Now we have 4 days to do 5 days worth of work. So
probably 7. There's probably a couple from last week I didn't do.
Probably. So anyhow, no, it was a great class. I'm trying to think if there's any other guns in the class that we need to talk about. You reading Glenita's comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's all over it. She's a faithful watcher. So
I wonder if Rambo's gonna die.
Oh God, don't tell me that. I'm gonna be worried all the way up till September.
It's got that Wolverine vibe to it, man. He might die.
You see, they're trying to get Danny DeVito to play Wolverine.
What?
People are wanting Danny DeVito to play Wolverine.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Sorry. Okay, we got to get off the movies. We got to get back to the firearms.
That would be such a troll movie. I would love it. So ridiculous. It would be great.
I tell you what. Let's prime the pot here. Let's talk about Glenita's question. Okay. I'm gonna read it.
Hold on. I gotta ask. Is that a real thing? They're trying to get Danny DeVito.
I've seen it like 3 times. I don't click on it. I don't know if it's clickbait or what, but I thought it was funny. They showed Wolverine. And then they showed Danny DeVito.
He's perfect.
And I'm looking and I'm going, dude, this could work. This could work. So okay. Glenita said, okay, here is a topic with the Virginia Beach shooting. That's the one that happened on Friday. How could someone conceal a gun when wearing limited clothing? Summer wardrobes make it difficult to conceal. Suggestions.
He had a 45.
And I didn't read a lot of the articles. I've been kind of really busy because I had classes.
They're not putting out much information on it.
So how could someone, let's take the bottom of the question. How could someone conceal in summer clothing? You know, you're wearing less clothing, you're wearing a little tighter fitting shirts. I'll be honest with you, depending on male or female, if you're carrying in a bag, it's going to be, in off the body carry in a purse or something like that, you're going to be able to carry. If you're going to carry in your waistband, I hate to say it, but if you're really concerned about printing, which is showing the gun, people seeing the gun through your shirts, your clothing and stuff, because your clothing may be too tight or thin, you're just going to have to wear a little bit baggier clothing. Unfortunately, what it comes down to is carrying a gun is a lifestyle, and you have to make some kind of concessions. You have to make some kind of sacrifices to be able to do so. I mean,
depending on what you're doing.
Yeah. And different holsters help. So you can carry a smaller gun and do like a deeper concealment with a holster maybe that buries itself more kind of down into you don't have a big grip showing. But more often than not, to be honest with you, people don't notice you printing. Only people who notice you printing are the people who know, right? I mean,
unless you're just ridiculous.
Unless you're ridiculous. Unless your shirt is so tight, I mean, it just defines the gun. Okay, a little bulge. People aren't going to notice. It could be a phone. It could be I've had one person, and he's the guy that teaches my class. He came up to me at the fair and goes, "You carrying your gun today, Todd?" And I went, "Yeah." He goes, "You're not doing a very good job." And I said, "I don't really freaking care, Stacy." But anyhow, you just got to sacrifice. You got to,
walking the runway here.
Here you go. Protect yourself from cancer. If you're going to wear a T-shirt, wear a light, long-sleeved, button-down shirt that's unbuttoned as just kind of a cover garment. You could do that. That helps break it up. Bright colors break it up. Design, maybe not even bright colors. Designs kind of break up a bulge or printing. That's something to look into as well. And it's just all about the firearm. They make a lot of like under type shirts that are I forget who makes them, like something under tech gear or something like that, where they have the pockets built in and you put a shirt on over the top of it. You know what I'm talking about?
For the ladies, they have bras with them.
They do. I haven't seen those for a while, but yeah, they do have them. So,
I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're working outside with a T-shirt, you forget it. It's going to print. If you have to, get a summer gun and get a pocket holster and stick it in your pocket.
is that one that smells like flowers?
Flowers.
Summer gun?
Well, I don't know.
Does it smell like the fresh morning dew?
You can get an oat pack.
There you go.
Put it in with your oats. Nah, just get I mean, if you have to.
I just caught that reference and I just about spit this freaking stuff all over the wall.
If worse comes to worse, get a small handgun for the summer and a pocket holster and stick it in your pocket. And
there you go.
That's the worst case scenario where you don't get to carry what you want and everything, but you make concessions.
Right. So
then when winter shows up, you strap up and put about 5 different firearms.
Oh, fall
Big
and
heavy
winter time
coat.
is the concealed carriers time of year.
Yeah, it
buddy.
is.
Freaking hoodies, big guns, Desert Eagles, and you can appendix carry a Desert Eagle. I've proven that.
Well,
and you can do a burpee with it. It's not
kind of a modified burpee. A one-leg burpee.
It was a real stiff burpee.
Yeah.
So, hey, Leo commented on there. Leo and his wife took my class today. And I know Leo from my day job. And he was the best shot. He won best shot.
Wow.
He was shooting.
Didn't have some favoritism in there, did he?
No. He won best shot, man. He took the center out of that bullseye like clean. I mean, it's like someone took a hole punch. Tink, tink.
What was he shooting?
He was shooting it was a Beretta 45. I don't know what model.
Wow.
I don't know what model gun it was. It was one of the black ones that kind of rounded, not like the big Beretta 92 FS thing. It was yeah. Yeah, I don't know what kind. I don't get a lot of Berettas in class, but it was a slick little gun and Leo could shoot. So I want to talk about his wife, Tony. She shot all 98 rounds with a Ruger, like a little Ruger LCP. Little tiny gun, and I saw that one, and I'm like, oh man,
wow.
There's no way she shot the crap out of that gun. She held a group like this all class with that little tiny Ruger, that little 3.
That's impressive.
That was impressive. I was super impressed. She shot the crap out of that gun. I almost wanted to give her the DB9 and have her shoot that. see if she could put me to shame. Oh. PX4 Storm.
That's what I was thinking, PX4.
Have you ever shot one of those?
I have not.
I didn't shoot it, but man, it felt really good in the hand. It was.
Maybe I'll go get one.
Yeah, go get one. Hey, Leo, you talked about selling that because maybe you wanted a 1911. We got a buyer over here.
Well, how many rounds does your Storm hold? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. But good firearms. So I haven't seen very many of them come through class. I've seen a couple others in like 9mm and stuff, but they've all been great guns. So
Beretta's a good company. It's I can't say nothing bad about it. Whenever the Storm come out, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that had like a little bit of locking action to it, a little twist, and I was like, it's kind of scary, and I stayed away from it.
What do you mean?
Nah, don't go into details.
Okay. We won't go into details on that. So,
almost like the Desert Eagle. But anyway.
Okay. I like the Desert Eagle. That was cool. That was a fun one to shoot. We got to bring your guns back over here and shoot them again.
Yeah, it was different.
It's time, man.
We need to. Now we got daylight this later.
Yeah, it's time. I've got a full service. So I did a class. I wanted to tell you this. I did a class the night before.
We started that 4 or 5
times. Yeah, I know, man. I'm getting all this out. It's been like 3 weeks, dude. 2 weeks, whatever.
It's therapy. All right, let's do it.
It's therapy. Let's go. We're putting everything out. We're putting everything on the table tonight, right? So, no, I had a women's class, and I only had one gal sign up for it, one lady sign up for it.
Right.
which is okay. I realized after the fact that, my wife points out that I don't notice things like I should. I don't pay attention to stuff. So, like, for example, today's class, what was going on? Else was going on today? Western days.
Yeah.
I'm a moron. I don't pay attention to this, and I try to have classes on these, like, local holidays is what I'm going to call it.
I needed a haircut, and I'm like, nope, ain't happening today.
Yeah. So
Ain't
anyhow,
going up in that mess.
School just got out for most kids. People are going on vacation. People are going to graduations, and I wondered why no one signed up for the Friday night ladies class. Well, that's why. So anyhow, this gal showed up, and so my wife, she doesn't shoot much. Okay, she once again lives right next to a range, and she doesn't shoot. So I drug her out there, and I didn't drag her. I asked her if she wanted to join the class. So she came out, and it was actually really cool. I ended up not charging the gal any money for the class because I tried some different teaching techniques. Right. I kind of know the lady that signed up for it, so that kind of worked in my favor.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Lint. It's allergy season. Tissue. Sorry.
When she starts to shoot, you jump out of a bush.
There you go. So I used my simunitions.
Oh.
In the class, I set it up in the classroom, and we were teaching them how to draw. I taught her how to draw the draw steps, and then I pulled out the simunitions guns with the simunitions ammo, and I set up some cardboard targets just like I have out in the range. I set them up in the classroom. I put a tarp back there to catch them so they didn't smack the wall. Right. And they were able to draw the firearm, and at the end actually get it on target and shoot it, and that worked out so well. So well. I saw a huge improvement, and then after they did that, we went outside, and we did it with an actual loaded firearm. Ooh. Huge improvement. Perfect in-between step. Because I asked for honest feedback, and my wife was there. I asked for honest feedback from her, too, and if there's anyone that's going to give me honest feedback, it was going to be my wife. And she said that thinking about going out and actually drawing a loaded firearm and shooting it made her nervous. Right? It should a lot of people.
Makes me nervous when everybody starts doing it for the first time.
Yeah, but the in-between step of drawing this, knowing that if you were to pull the trigger on this gun, is going to hurt. Yeah. But you know what? You're not going to lose a leg. You're not going to die. You're not going to bleed out, okay? So they were able to draw this, and that was a perfect in-between. So it made it that much more comfortable when they went out. So I think it worked out well. I think it worked out really well. I'm really happy with it. So, and then I pulled out the Mantis, and I put the Mantis on their guns, and we worked with the Mantis, and then went outside and shot, and that improved a bunch too, because they could see what they were doing.
Now, what kind of classes this you're looking at?
This was a women's class, which I adjusted because of the situation. Okay, but typically, how I run a women's class.
Okay, so this ain't a
I want
concealed carry class.
Not a permit class, no. That's what you're asking. So as a women's class, what I wanted to do was focus on fine tuning their shooting, teach them how to draw and shoot, fundamentals, draw and shoot, and then I wanted to teach them trigger reset, because that all kind of goes hand in hand. When you start learning one thing, you need to learn trigger reset. And we learned a little trigger reset, but I kind of, since there's only 2 people there, my wife and this other lady, we just kind of went with the flow. We went where they wanted to go. Does that make sense? They needed more time right here. And we spent like 3.5, 4 hours out there. It was perfect.
Wow.
It worked great. And
that's a lot of valuable time.
It is what it is. But
that's sweet.
But sometimes I need to do a class like that, and I need, whether I charge or not, I need to just run through it with someone. And it needs to be... And I know Dean has sat through some classes with me where I tried him out. It's different when it's your buddy, right? Yeah. I mean, it's different when it's just your wife. But when it's an actual student who thinks they're paying for the class and then you tell them they're not, then you can actually give them the actual class. Does that make sense? Yeah. And see if it works out. And that's kind of what I need, because I have all these ideas. I just never know if they're going to work. Is that scary? I mean,
well, you got to test these things out. I mean, that's where the rubber hits the road. Yeah. When you get new people that are actually doing it instead of wondering what it's going to be like, it's that's your feedback. That's what you need.
Yep. So anyhow, that went really well. I was really excited about that. So hopefully I'll incorporate more of those into some other classes. Not my.
How long is your women's class regularly?
It's like 4 hours.
Good, great.
3 to 4 hours.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
And you go over what? Give me the rundown. What do you go over?
Well, they come in.
Shit, I'll take a women's class.
When they come in, we talk about. When they come in, we always on every class we talk about safety. Okay, and I want to give them a class where we don't just this is what we're going to do. Let's go out on the range and let's work with the guns. So I gave them a little thinking matter, something to think about. We talk about. I have a little PowerPoint set up. We talk about concealed carry. We talk about what it means to be the first responder for your family. We talk about how you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to be prepared. If you tell your family they can depend on you, this is a serious thing. You need to be prepared. You need to be able to defend your family if you tell them that you're going to and they're counting on you. You may have to take someone's life. How are you going to deal with that? And we talk about the stuff that maybe it's not all about just holstering up a gun and going to Walmart. People think that's what it's all about. That's not what it's all about. They don't think about what happens if I have to pull this trigger. And I don't know what that dinging is, and I don't know that I care. But I heard something. We don't. They don't think about that. They just go and do. They just carry, and they don't ever think about actually having to use the firearm. So I give them something to think about, something to discuss, something to talk about, and then we venture into going over the fundamentals. I show them some videos. So they know when we actually go onto the range and start working with the firearm, they kind of know what I'm talking about. Video that shows the draw stroke, the correct draw stroke, a video that shows trigger press, stuff like that. And then we start in the classroom. I will check all the guns. We'll use unloaded guns, no magazines. If Mark is with me, we'll double, triple check these weapons, and I'll teach him dry fire. If I have time and there's not very many students, I will slip on the mantis and I will show them what they're doing so they realize what they're doing. We'll do a lot of dry fire fundamentals like that. I will then explain trigger reset and show them with an unloaded gun kind of what trigger reset is. You pull the trigger to the rear, click, you hold it, you can reach up, you can slide a little bit to recock it, let it go. Oh, click, that's trigger reset. Yeah, that's trigger reset. And then I teach them the draw stroke, and we don't even use the firearm at first. We use finger guns, and I teach them the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, out into step 6, which is gather your sights and pull the trigger. That is the draw stroke that I teach. How get this hand up out of the way so it's down here near the firearm so you can push it out with the firearm. How to get in kind of your ready stance, that kind of stuff. We teach that over and over and over and over again. And then I go ahead and we sometimes we'll give them their firearms. Again, check that they're safe, that they're unloaded, that kind of stuff. They'll holster their firearm up, and they will do it with a loaded firearm or unloaded firearm, but with an actual gun. Does that make sense? And then I will transition them over into like on this class, I transition them over into using the munitions guns. And now I've only got 2 of them, so I only going to have like 6 or 7 of the people in the class at one time anyway.
Yeah, that's a long class.
Yeah, and so then we do that, and they're finishing off with actually pulling the trigger and shooting at a target with the ammunition gun. Okay, so we do that quite a bit, and then we go out to the range and we hit it. We start going over shooting fundamentals. Let's see where you're at, because a lot of people will show up, and some people shoot all the time. Some people may have not shot for 8 months. Okay. And they will show up, and so we'll go out there and we'll start shooting, work on their basic fundamentals, start speeding them up, show them what trigger reset is, a trigger reset drill that you can do on a live firearm. And I'm going to mess up everything in here if I do. But, you click or you pull the trigger, gun goes up, you kind of exaggerate it a little bit.
Right.
Bang, gets to the top, you make sure you're holding that trigger back. And as you come down, you let up, and you try to learn how to time it. So when it gets you're already at the trigger reset. When you get your sights back on target, squeeze it off again. And we do that over and over and over again to help you learn where that particular gun's trigger reset is. That's what we work on. And then we go to doing the draw and fire. And we do that. We start with 1 round. Okay, I only let them load 1 round at a time in. It's a safety thing. When I get comfortable with that, we'll add a few more. We don't have them burning through whole magazines by the time the class is over, because drawing is not something you're going to learn how to do it here, but it's not something you're going to master in one class. It's not going to happen. I don't expect it to happen. You are still going to be drawing in stages. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not going to be smooth. We have to teach you the difference between fishing and golfing. And for those of you who are listening and not watching on Facebook, I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff over here with my hands. But there's just a lot of... So it's a good class. It's pretty in-depth. And I really enjoy teaching it. I enjoy teaching the permit classes, but it's really, really nice to teach something else.
Yeah.
If that makes any
If
that makes any sense. It's really, really nice to teach something else.
Well,
So-
you get those permit classes. How many of them have you been through? It gets to where you just...
one a month for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we're really busy, 2 or 3 a month. I've done that too. It's just, it's a lot of classes.
Yeah, that can get kind of old.
Occasionally I'll go through and I'll mess around with my PowerPoint and kind of redo it because I tend to get a little, when you have every slide memorized,
Right.
you know it's time to switch things up a little bit. So
they're not going to be John Wick coming out, but they'll have the basics to start working
I'm not
on.
John Wick, so yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no one's going to be John Wick.
John Wick is John Wick.
Practical, not tactical, man.
Okay, well-
Practical, not tactical.
What if you got to kill 100 people?
Well, you need to start running.
Call the cops, man.
Just when that Desert Eagle comes into play,
You
right?
should have had a minigun. That's all I can tell you.
So, anyhow, can I answer your question on what that class is?
Yeah. I was just, I was just wondering what all y'all go through in those 4 hours. I'm like, wow.
You thinking about signing up in one of the ladies' classes?
I'll get me my big Kentucky Derby hat and come up in here.
Sweet, dude.
Hello.
The scary part is some of the holsters that you see in the class.
Oh, man. You ain't
That-
seen scary holsters.
What?
I said, you ain't seen scary holsters.
Oh, some of them I've seen, they go to draw and their whole holster comes out with it. It makes me shudder at night. So,
Well, they should go to Rock Custom Holsters.
They should.
I need to talk to that dude.
you need to talk to that
I
dude.
still need to find him.
Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you right now, he's still making some orders for this like D&B supply and stuff, but he has quit doing some of the custom stuff for just a little while.
Okay.
He actually had something going on with his eyes, and I think he got an eye infection from the dust and stuff that's created when he's doing some of this stuff, and he actually started to lose his sight a little bit.
Jeez.
So he's
I
taking.
think I'd quit.
Well, he's taking a break. It's getting better. I probably maybe shouldn't have said that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's taking a little break. Okay, he was having trouble with his eyes, so you can try, but I'm not sure. I don't know when he's back up and doing it yet. But I think I'd take a break too, right?
Yeah, most definitely I'd take a break.
So
I'm still wanting to get one from him, but I got to find the gun.
You gotta find your gun.
I got to find it, man.
So we got some stories. We've been going 40. It's been a while. It's almost an hour. We haven't even got to the meat. That was just the small talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got
Everybody tuned out already.
three. We got three. They're hanging. They're hanging in there.
Yeah, they left.
I don't know who's
Their computer's running.
No, right
this.
there. Look at C3. That little eyeball, and that 4. We got another one. We caught another one. Yes,
They just left their computer running.
So I will say this. I was told
It's getting real now.
I was told by a listener that I'm not allowed to play with a knife anymore because it makes me look. So we got a shiv now.
There we go.
It makes me look unapproachable that I have a knife.
Okay.
So instead, I'm going to play with my grenade.
Makes you look unapproachable.
Unapproachable.
Okay, I don't
So what?
understand that, but okay.
So why don't you? We have a story, right?
Okay,
You grab one of your stories. I'm going to look up something else here.
Okay. Okay, that's just a...
We got some good stories too.
Oh, man. Florida man.
Florida man again.
We got a Florida man. Good grief. Florida man in Hillsborough County, at least that's the sheriff's office that got him, shot his lover during a sex act with his own gun, doing some sort of foreplay, killed her,
Boom chicka wow wow.
and is charged with manslaughter. Details are still coming out on that. It's not
Details at 11.
Yeah, it's not fleshed out yet, but yeah, I just had to send this story. I'm like, what kind of foreplay? How do you get shot in foreplay, man? What the hell was going on?
I don't even want to know what they're doing with the firearm.
I'm scared, but she's dead.
Was there a pair of fluffy handcuffs involved?
She was shot in the upper body, transported to the Brandon Regional Hospital, but later died from the injury. Whew. $50,000 bond. Her identity's not being released. For God's sakes, don't even release it. I mean, just cut her some slack. The poor girl. Good. How embarrassing, man.
And worst of all, at the very end of the article, it was in his parents' house.
Yeah, he resides with his parents.
What are you doing that crap in your parents' house?
He was 23, and they just said she was in her 20s. But I mean, not only were you shot in a sex act, which is humiliating, but you were having sex with a moron.
Yeah.
On top of that, how do you get killed? I do not know.
That is insane. Anyhow, I'm gonna just leave it at this. Only in Florida.
Florida
Only
man.
in Florida.
Florida man. That is an amazing state.
That is an amazing state. So I was looking for something here. I got a piece of hate mail, and I was trying to find it.
What?
Can't find it. Okay, we got another good one right here. Okay, this is about a man, a Washington State man from the Wenatchee area.
Okay.
He had shot himself. It says it looked like he had shot himself with a small pistol that was tucked into his front pocket. He shot himself in the testicles.
Good grief,
with a
man.
small pistol that was tucked away in his pocket. So this was
man, we have an epidemic going on here. Something must be done.
This was on April 5th.
That's kind of natural selection, though.
He shot himself. He thought, well, man, I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
I need to go to the hospital. Before going to the hospital, he had his girlfriend take him to a friend's place so he could drop off the gun. I don't know what he told him what happened. As a 13-time felon, he wasn't supposed to have a gun, the newspaper reported.
Wow.
13-time felon, he had a gun. He shot himself in the wiener. He's not very bright to begin with, right?
No.
Okay.
13-time felon. How does he own the street?
How does he have a gun? He's not supposed to. That's impossible.
That's impossible because there are laws against that.
That's right. So this story is just getting started, though. While undergoing surgery, my dad calling. While undergoing surgery
on his
testicles that he'd shot with this handgun that was in his pocket.
Does it say what caliber? I'm curious.
It doesn't say what caliber. Small handgun.
Okay.
Maybe it could have been a DB9.
That's a 9mm round coming at you.
While undergoing surgery, okay, he was out. He was out on the table. They were sewing him up. They were saving his man junk, something. A balloon containing pot slipped out of his anus. Slipped out of his anus, according to the hospital.
It wasn't mine, man.
Man, it was just mass hysteria. Mass hysteria.
Marijuana. Marijuana. Wait a minute. He's hiding marijuana?
Marijuana in a balloon in his anus.
Now, that's a ticket, right? That's like a $50 fine.
It must be. So, but the story...
He just liked carrying it there.
Wait, there's more. Okay. It's like an infomercial. Wait, there's more. So...
You sure this wasn't in Florida? When was this?
What? Plug your ears, kids. That's right. The story gets great. Okay. So, mass hysteria. The people at the hospital called the Chilean County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
They showed up. They searched his car. He was out cold. They searched his car. In the car, they found a bag.
What a day, man. What a day.
In the car, they found a bag of meth. And the blood-stained jeans he'd taken off before going into the hospital. So did he go into the hospital naked? Shot myself in the wiener. I mean, did he go in the hospital naked? Because his blood-stained jeans were in the car.
I don't know. He was making stops and everything, handing the gun off.
Wrapping the meth up in his blood-stained jeans.
You would think he had passed the meth off.
Well, he passed something.
When he hands off the gun.
What he passed was the balloon filled full of pot. It came right out of his anus.
Good grief.
Okay. So but there's more. Wait, there's more. So the deputies opted not to arrest this gentleman at the hospital. Instead, they issued...
He's had enough, man.
Instead, they wanted to see where this rabbit was going to run. Instead, they issued a warrant on suspicion of second-degree felon in possession of a firearm and unlawful possession of meth. On suspicion, okay? He shot himself in the wiener, and they found drugs in his car, and some drugs slipped out of his anus, okay? He might have some drugs on him. He might have some contraband on him.
They probably didn't want to charge him. I mean, you'd expect this guy to be killed within the next day or two.
You'd think. So, he was charged on April 16th, okay? So, he went in on the 5th. He was charged on April 16th. He decided to turn himself in he was charged on the 16th. He decided to turn himself in on April 18th. So he voluntarily turned himself in, right? You're going to voluntarily turn yourself in. You've been to, you're a 13-time felon. You've been to jail before, right?
Right.
You know what happens when you go to jail, correct?
Right.
Okay, he turns himself in. He goes to the jail. They do their mandatory strip search. Guess what? Another balloon filled full of pot slipped out of his anus. The dude is a pot crapping machine. He's kind of like the king, like with the Midas touch.
Yeah, what is he eating, man? What is he eating, seeds?
He's a freaking gold mine. He's a freaking gold mine.
You need to take that guy and back him up to a dispensary.
He's got enough stuff. He
can retire.
He's got enough stuff slipping out of his anus. Are we sure it was the gun in the pocket that shot himself in the wiener?
Who knows?
I mean, come on. Anyhow.
Good grief.
He was, after that, Wilson...
I need to see a picture of this guy.
After that, Wilson was arrested and then charged with possession of a controlled substance in a correctional facility. To cap it off, this man was recorded calling his girlfriend and telling her not to cooperate with the investigators.
I don't think she needs to. I think...
Well, not only did he get the drug charge, but the recording reportedly led to charges of tampering with a witness. Guess what? He remains in jail awaiting trial.
When drugs fall out of your body cavities, I don't think they need witnesses.
You might have a problem. You go to jail.
When they can find you by the trail of pot balloons.
Gloinita says we may need to change the show to PG-18, may have adult content, things you will not want to explain to your 10-year-old. I'm sorry, man. I just read the news like I get it delivered to me on the internet. That was an actual news story.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
That is absolutely...
That is unbelievable. It really is.
It is.
How does that happen?
The problem is the dude's probably out there breeding, too. Whew. There's more.
Well, then a couple more shots, he won't be free.
Do you got any other stories over there? I'm still messed up I'm a little disturbed by this one.
I got a man in Kawasaki, Japan.
Did he drive a motorcycle?
I don't know.
Kawasaki.
Carrying a knife in each hand, screaming, "I will kill you," attacked a group of schoolgirls just outside Tokyo on Tuesday, killing 2 and injuring 16 others. 2 knives, 1 in each hand. Okay. Now, these children were lined up. It was a... Hang on, give me 1 second. Let me catch up here.
Okay.
Dozens of children running and screaming. They were lined up. It was a bus stop for a Catholic school. So
he went crazy with a knife.
He's attacking Catholics. Now, this is... I don't want to say nothing offensive, but this is still the holy month of Ramadan. So I don't know if there's a religious motive behind this.
There you go.
I see your face getting pale.
We said this is what did we say this was? Lay it all on the table.
Okay. Well, we got another week. What is it? End on the 4th, I think. So this may be religiously motivated, but yeah, some nutbag in Japan screaming, "I'm going to kill you," attacked a line of Catholic schoolgirls.
So we got this guy
killing 2 and injuring 16.
We got a nutbag in Japan doing this, and in the previous story, we had a guy shooting himself in the nutbag.
Well, this guy's not finished.
He's not finished. He's not done yet.
The bus driver went after him, and as he ran away, he sliced his arteries in his neck and laid there and died.
The guy with the knife killed himself.
Yeah, so it was a suicide mission. He was, don't know if he was insane or what he was motivated by, but...
You can't have firearms down there, right? So he used a knife, correct?
Yeah, killed 2, injured 16. Schoolgirls.
That's
your schoolgirls, your little girl sitting there waiting to go to school. Madness. Absolute madness. You got to carry everywhere, man.
Yeah, and that just proves right there. They issued in gun control. You can't have firearms, and this is the kind of stuff that's going to happen. No one could stop this guy.
Well, that ain't gonna stop them. I mean, they stopped. They had it in other countries, and people would just rent Ryder vans and run over people.
Well, yeah, but that just tells you that even if they take away your guns, they're going to find something to turn into a weapon. They have an agenda. They have something they want to do. These mass shooters, these active shooters, whatever, these killers, and they're going to do it one way or another. If it's with a rock, if it's with a stick, if it's with a knife, if it's with a Ryder van.
How many firearms have been stolen from police cars and policemen? I mean, it's not a strange occurrence. It happens. I mean, it's not an everyday thing, but it happens pretty damn regular. You're not going to get rid of them. You get a nutbag out there, he's going to get something and be able to do some damage.
Oh, yeah. If they want to do it, they're going to figure out a way to do it. So I was reading comments. If you folks see me kind of up doing I'm listening to Tarver, I'm watching the levels, and I'm trying to run Facebook Live at the same time. So
and I'm just here sitting behind the mic doing nothing.
So I'm so sorry I'm not liking more of these comments. That I'd have to do that with my left hand. And yes, Peter, I replaced the knife with the grenade. It is what it is. I'm not going to cut myself this time.
We all feel safer.
We all feel safer.
You're not from Florida, are you? No. You ever visited?
Okay.
Beautiful state.
It was about 3 months ago. I got a story here.
Okay.
It was about 3 months ago. Okay, and this isn't against law enforcement. This happened locally. 3 months ago, there was a local law enforcement officer. He was reholstering his weapon at the jail. You have to check him in at the jail when you go into the jail, and he shot himself.
Yeah, shot himself in the leg, right?
Right in the leg, I believe. Okay. They want to come out and say it's accidental. It was an accidental. He accidentally discharged his firearm. We had a little argument on this earlier, right? In my mind, there is no such thing as an accidental discharge. You did something. That gun's not going to go off unless you pull that trigger. So they said that they reenacted it, and it kind of went over it and looked at it, and they figured that what happened was he was placing his firearm back in the holster, and his jacket's elastic strap on his jacket and plastic cord, retention device, and the trigger guard in the front of the trigger seemed to probably hook on the trigger when he was reholstering. Sorry, negligent. You didn't clear your holster. And I'm not just picking on this guy because he's law enforcement. Negligent. There's no such thing as accidental. The only time accidental can happen is if the gun malfunctions and goes off by itself. This was negligent. This could have been avoided. There's a gentleman a couple weeks ago. I don't know what he was doing. He was sitting in a Sportsman's Warehouse parking lot. Okay? In his truck. He shot himself on what they say was accident. It was an accidental discharge. He called 911. Police showed up. I think he's okay. I hope he heals well, whatever. It was not an accident. It was a negligent discharge, people.
Did they say it was that? Did they charge him with?
They always charge accidental discharge.
They said the guy in Sportsman was accidental too.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't ever say negligent. It's a negligent discharge. You pulled the trigger. I don't care if it got caught on something. I don't care if you were reholstering it. I don't care if you're playing with the gun, it went off. You hit the trigger and it went off. If you are in town with your firearm, that gun should stay in that holster unless you are ready to use it to defend your life or the life of someone else. It stays in that holster. I have a firearm I carry with me every single day. Every day. Unless I'm on the range shooting it, it stays in its freaking holster. There's no need for it to come out of the holster. It stays in the holster at all times. You don't buy a decent holster. My gosh.
Did he have a holster?
I don't know. There's very limited information on it.
Yeah, why do they do that? They put out these stories and then, it's like 5 lines and they never follow up on it. By the way, it took them 4 months to figure out that there was a accidental
They're
discharge.
trying to wait for it to go away.
Oh, okay.
Morgan has a good point.
You don't think they looked at it, that videotape, same day?
I don't know. They didn't.
Took 4 months?
They took 4 months. Morgan has a good. Morgan has a good point. It says, would you and I get a ticket for that if that happened to us in town?
Did the guy in Sportsman's get a ticket?
I don't know about it. I think he's referring to the law enforcement officer.
I don't know. I kind of like the accidental discharge.
I know you do. It keeps you safe.
Well, negligent is a prosecutor's term, and I don't like it.
Negligent, buddy. No, nothing's an accident. You don't accidentally put your finger on the trigger.
No.
It's negligence. You shouldn't have been
Unless
playing.
I do it, then it was an accident.
You don't sit in the parking lot and you don't sit in the parking lot in your vehicle.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Whip out your gun and start playing with it. Oh, hey, are we talking about the earlier story?
What's that?
You don't whip out your gun in the parking lot and start playing with it.
I'm scared to go there. I don't know where you're going.
Never mind.
You lost me.
Anyhow,
I'm not willing to follow.
There's no accident. It is all 100% negligent in my mind. I tell you what, I'm going to have you do this story, and I'm going to try to find that piece of hate mail I got.
Yeah.
I want to read it.
Got to find the hate mail.
I like the hate mail.
What is this story? I'm not familiar with this.
That's in Oregon. That
Oh, yeah,
coach
yeah.
stopped that shooter.
Yeah. Well, since it just got on me and it's a whole page, I gotta give me a second to scan around on it. Basically,
Sorry to hit you.
in an Oregon high school, you had a shooter. Well, I know some of the details of it. You had somebody come in with a shooter. I think he had a long gun, didn't he? And the one of the coaches there, he was a high school and college football player, Mr. Keenan Lowe, hat tip to you, tackled the guy, threw him to the ground, and the guy never got off a shot. The first reports I heard that there might have been a shot got off, maybe not, but yeah, one guy stopped him when he came in the door, scooped him up, buried him in the concrete.
Slammed him to the ground.
Yeah, he got hit. He got a wake-up call, and that was the end of it right there. So congratulations to Keenan Lowe. Hat tip to you, brother.
He
Almost had another school shooting. You're not going to hear about this one because they didn't have any killings take place, and somebody was able to take care of it. Now, if this guy would have had a firearm, I'm happy for the outcome. Nobody had to get hurt. Nobody had to die, and he handled business. He took care of it. But if people have firearms, not everybody's in the right spot at the right moment. People will respond, people will act when lives are on the line, and they will put a stop to it. So even if we don't have a guy right there at the perfect spot and ready to go to town on him, somebody's going to step in and stop all these shooters before they get 30, 40 people and all this stuff. What do you have? 11, 13 people dead at the most recent one?
Yeah, I believe so. 11 or 13, I don't remember exactly.
I think it got up to, first report was 11, and then it went up to 13, so... Yeah, if people have the firearms, they will stop him. And the only thing that stopped him was when somebody showed up with a firearm when the police shot him. And it sounded like they had a little drawn-out shooting. Where was that at? That was the big shooting that everybody's Virginia Beach City.
Yeah, so we're trying to draw this out. I got to find this. Talk more. Come up with something.
Well, let me tell you, the way to make perfect boudin is you start with the
Ooh,
right.
boudin.
No, but yeah. So you got some hate mail, and you can't find it. Why can't you find it? You should have printed out hate mail, man.
It.
We live for that crap.
It was on the NRA stuff.
Oh, it's on your Facebook or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh man, you shouldn't do Facebook. That's why I don't do Facebook. I don't have hate mail.
Oh, I got hate mail. It was because the NRA is imploding. Are you tracking that at all?
Yeah, not really. You sent a story out saying somebody resigned, and I'm like, yeah.
This is fun stuff to watch. I don't know why you're not into this like I am.
Man, I don't. It's like Joshua Smith dropped from the NRA today. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Who the hell is that?
I'm looking here.
Yeah, you ain't finding it, man. Give us a rundown. What was he hating you on?
I got this is word for word, man. I gotta find it. Give me a minute. I'll find it.
I'll
find it. I promise. So the NRA is slowly imploding. They have been wasting money.
Right.
Wayne LaPierre spent like $200,000.
Come on, man. That dude needs to go.
Freaking clothes. $200,000. One of the guys that runs
He spent $200,000 on what?
like suits in a clothing store.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. He's just spending money like crazy. In fact, it's getting so bad that one of the lobbyists for the NRA just got. So the NRA, I made a post of this. NRA, if we're not going to clean our own house, someone else is going to come in and do it for us.
So you're trailing this
Freaking
story.
Democrats are calling out this lobbyist. Well, you need to list your funds. You need to tell us where you're spending your money. You need to do this. You need to do that. And they're looking into it. And it's just mass amounts of money that they are like unaccounted for.
That's a shame.
Just mass.
You know, Gun Owners of America is still in court fighting the bump stock ban.
I need to get a hold of them.
They appealed. They got shot down. The Supreme Court said they wouldn't hear it, and they appealed the shoot down. They're like, no, you will hear us. They are still fighting.
Give them your money, right?
The NRA has done nothing.
Where the heck?
Actually, the NRA advised the president to ban the bump stock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got nothing good to say about them. They're nothing but a fundraising organization. They got a long history. I mean, people get brainwashed with all this stuff. You come up being told the NRA is a great organization and everything, and maybe at one time it was. I've never really seen it. But Gun Owners of America, they actually fight, and they stay in court with a tiny budget. So if you're going to join anything, join Gun Owners of America. Dude.
Keep talking.
Dude, you ain't going to find that stuff.
No, I want to find it.
You're not going to find it.
I'm going to find it.
Well,
it's good. We can't miss it. Just say hi to people or something. We've got 5 people watching, dude. Don't drop them now. What do you guys want to hear about?
Dude, what kind of mess is that? You know, Ric Flair came back from his heart surgery today.
Good for him.
I love that dude just because he's so insane. He would be the Danny DeVito of Wolverines. Woo! Such a nut.
I can't find it. Anyhow, this
You ain't
guy.
gonna find it.
Dang it. Anyway.
Give us a rundown.
Okay, this guy. I had his name and everything. I was gonna call him out.
It'll be on the next episode.
Yes. Well, it's supposed to be on 4 episodes back or some crap like
wow,
that.
that's why you can't find it. It was a freaking month ago.
Probably. Didn't I send it to you guys?
I don't think so. You haven't been sending anything.
I have. Anyhow, he called me out, told me I was a Democrat, a socialist.
Whoa.
Yeah, he called me, and I didn't really support gun rights because I'm calling the NRA out. And I think they should implode, and I think it needs to implode from the top, inside out, top down. It just needs to come crashing down around us. Supporting people to support Gun Owners of America, and he told me I was the main problem. I was the problem for everything.
His name wasn't LaPierre, was it?
No, it was not.
You got so many of those fake trolls. But of course, you got a lot of insane people, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got people, like I said, it's brainwashed. You got people that's on the right that can't wait to support Nikki Haley. I'm like, good grief. Why don't you just call for Jeb Bush or something? Good God. What a waste.
What is wrong with this? Why can't I find this, man?
I don't know. Maybe he deleted it.
He didn't delete it. I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, well, you need to quit taking so many pictures.
Oh, I got like 9,000 on here. Some crap.
Good grief, man. What, do you take pictures of your lunch and crap?
Selfies. I do actually, you know what? I do post pictures of my lunch, just so you know.
You're kidding me. You do not.
I do. And my food, I eat lots of mustard.
Really? You take pictures of mustard?
I do.
Dude, you can go down the aisle at Albertsons and take a picture of mustard.
It's on my delicious food. Okay, keep talking. I'm almost there. I almost got it. Now we're just burning up time.
Yeah, we are not. Oh, they all dropped off. Are we down?
They did not.
Yeah, we lost.
Keep going. You guys want me to find this and read this, right?
No, not that much.
Yeah, they do. They want me to find it and read it. See, look at that. Okay, read the comments. Answer the comments.
Gun Owners America is the best at not compromising. You are right. They are the best, man. They are still fighting, and that ain't even getting any press. They don't even hype it, but they're still in court. They have a YouTube channel where they put out regular updates, and they're fighting, they're appealing the appeal that got dismissed. They're appealing its dismissal. So hopefully something will be done. I hate to see that took place. I'm trying to check the comments real fast.
Trying to check the comments.
Yeah, but
I don't think I'm going to find this.
you ain't going to find it. I told you we ain't going to find it.
Wait a sec.
You ain't going to find it.
Wait a sec.
You ain't got it.
That's not it.
This is a very interesting podcast. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Whatever.
It ain't coming, man.
It'll
be on the next podcast. We will call you out by name.
Maybe I'll get more.
Yeah, send us your hate mail.
By the way, look what you can do. Ow. We got to finish this thing up. They're getting tired of listening to us. We're down to...
we ain't saying nothing.
Talk, Tarver. They like to hear you talk.
We want your hate mail. We need your hate mail. We will frame your hate mail. And you can call us at the podcast hotline at 1-208-696-4397. That's 1-208-696-4397. Please send us your hate mail. Or you can go to the email at Patriot Defense 13, Patriot Defense 3 at yahoo.com. Or you can go to the website, patriotdefense13.com. That's the numbers 13, not written out.
Not written out.
Yeah. Not, phonetically. We want the number 1 and the number 3. So, send us your hate mail. Send us your cries and pleas, and call and tell Todd, don't stall on us, man. Don't do
Don't stall. Man, I cannot find it.
You getting hate mail now, that's for sure.
I am not. People love me.
I don't think they do.
They do.
We have to give this podcast away.
Ugh, this is becoming painful. I'm done. I'm done gleaning it. I can't find it.
You got somebody saying read it.
I got read it. I got this is becoming painful. I will have it ready next time. Man, all the years I spent having my own radio show, and you think I'd know what dead air is, right?
Yep.
Damn dead air.
You done blew it up. They don't love you no more.
Okay.
It's over.
I think we're done. Are we done?
I think we are.
Are we done?
I think we were done about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, we're out of here. I have got to go, and hopefully I'll get this posted. I'll get this uploaded tonight or early tomorrow morning. I have to go out of town for the day, so with my dad. I'm going to spend some time with my dad tomorrow. I'm going to take my guns.
Is it that kind of visit?
It's that kind of visit.
Okay.
Anyhow, we are out of here. Thanks for joining us. I will find this and read it next time. Maybe I'll make a special episode and I'll read it midweek.
There you go.
Yeah. You guys might get an extra, whatever. Anyhow.
A little 15-minute rant on it.
I'm out of here. Bye.